She was discovered by the man who holds the title of Soul Brother #1, and he is convinced that she can become Soul Sister #1. Her first recording, written and produced by James Brown, was one of the biggest successes of 1972. It's called Think, and she is the female preacher, Lynn Collins.
You've heard her if you've listened to late 80s hip-hop, even though she wasn't a hip-hop musician. You have heard her if you listened to funky soul in the early 70s. You could have heard her if you were collecting vintage 60s girl group albums. This vocalist, known as the female preacher, was found in the early 70s by James Brown, who was transitioning into the harshest funk phase of his career. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Lynn Collins. Before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell to be sure you won't miss on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Gloria LaVarvin Collins on June 12, 1948 in Abilene, Texas. She began her singing career at the age of 14. Collins performed with Charles Pike and the Scholars, and Lucky in Love was her debut solo single. At the age of 14, she married a man who was both her manager and the local promoter for the James Brown Revue. In the late 60s, she sent a sample tape to James Brown, who promised her a seat on his review, despite the fact that she was well down the pecking order in Brown's hierarchy and had to wait her turn as Marva Whitney, and Vicki Anderson came in left. Lynn, a stunning woman with a loud, enticing voice, captured Brown's attention. Lynn's moment arrived when Anderson departed Brown for the second time, and she became the main female vocalist in JB's touring band, which was one of the most popular in black music in the early 70s. High up in James Brown's review allowed you to release albums, and Collins seized the opportunity. Lynn's records are the most distinctive of any vocalist James Brown recorded during that period, although she faced stiff competition. She recorded 2 albums and several singles over 3 years. She earned nicknames from Brown, including Mama Feelgood, according to a 1973 song, and the female preacher, in a suitable moniker given her compelling presence on record and stage. You had to pay attention when a famous religious person delivered a sermon at church. Collins comes out as feisty and provocative, yet also forceful, sophisticated, and controlled. Collins' first credited single, The Chuggin' Wheel of Life, was released on King in 1971. When Brown left the Cincinnati, Ohio label he worked with for 15 years, she shifted to the label he founded through Polydor, People, and that first single was quickly eclipsed by her newer, tougher records. Collins collaborated with James Brown to record. What My Baby Needs Now is a little more loving in 1972. Her biggest solo hit was the James Brown produced song, Think About It, from her People Records album of the same name in 1972. Think About It began with a forceful declaration that, by 1972 standards, quickly placed Collins beside Laura Lee and Jean Knight. The single peaked at number 66 on the Billboard pop charts and reached the top 10 in the R&B charts, where she became a regular, releasing 9 more records. The song also made her the most commercially successful female vocalist in Brown's group, and it was eventually sampled for the major vocal hook in the party rap classic, It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. She also recorded the 1974 funk tune, Rock Me Again and Again.
Hey, hey, come on and rock me again and again and again and again and again and again.
Other top 10 songs include Take Me Just As I Am,
That diamond needs some gold, but I got something, brother.
We Want to Party, Mama Feelgood,
Whatever you be,
Give It Up or Turn It Loose.
Alright.
And How Long Can I Keep It Up?
Wait for you. It's really not that hard to do.
In 1975, she published the album Check Me Out, If You Don't Know Me By Now. She then went on to sing backup for Dionne Warwick and Rod Stewart. In the late 80s and early 90s, Collins attempted a comeback as a dance and club diva, recording the house single shout for Belgium's ARS label. During this time, a European tour was accomplished, as well as a 1987 concert with James Brown's Funky People, in which James Brown did not perform. Collins' fame was boosted in 1993 when female dancehall artist Patrick persuaded Collins to appear on her successful rendition of Think.
You better think.
As a consequence of the increased attention, her 2 official albums were released in England and the Netherlands. Collins' first solo tour began in February 2005. She spent 3 weeks performing throughout the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. On March 13, 2005, Collins passed away of a cardiac arrhythmia-related seizure in Pasadena, California, shortly after returning from her European tour. She was only 56. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from Lynn Collins?